What's up, everybody? It's Maisha Edmond, licensed cosmetologist in the state of New York. I am also a certified trichologist. Super excited to be here today with you. Today is day 5 of building your trichology offer, day 5. So we are wrapping up our series. Hey, how are you? We are wrapping up our series about how to build your trichology offer. It has been an amazing week. Day 1, we talked about pricing, right? We talked about how you cannot be the cheapest and the best. And if you are the best, you're not expected to be the cheapest. And if you are the cheapest, we don't believe that you are the best. So we talked about that. Hey, Veronica, how you doing? Then we went ahead on the next day and we talked about structure. How are you putting your class together, or how are you putting your product or your service together? When the client comes in, what happens? What are you offering them? That is a big thing. The next thing we talked about on the third day was what's included. What are you adding? What are the pieces that you're adding? What are the benefits to the client? They don't really care about, what you're doing, but how does it benefit them? What are they getting in that? And then yesterday we talked about implementation, which is execution. After you do the structure and you put all the pieces together, how are you going to implement all the things that you built? And today is day 5. Today is maintaining what you've gained. So we're going to be talking about how you're going to maintain what you've gained. Now, when you say, how do you maintain what you gain? Okay, so when you build the trichology offer, say if it's a class or if it's a service in your clinic, right? How is number one, the student or the client going to maintain everything that they've learned or that they've experienced in your presence? And then also for you, how are you going to maintain that client? What does your follow-up look like, right? What does, how are you taking care of that client? Are you making sure that they're okay? Is there a maintenance plan after they've gone through whatever that service is? For example, if you are a trichologist and you have clients that come in and they're done with their treatment plan series, right? They're done with their sessions. It's the end of 12 weeks. So let's say it's not 12 weeks yet, but maybe it's week 10. They'll be done in 2 weeks. What do? So you have to have already come up with a maintenance plan so that you can ease them into maintaining their hair on their own. So a little bit of housekeeping. I'm live on Instagram, Trichology_911. I am also live here on Facebook, Trichology911, Maisha Edmond, and I'm also live on YouTube. So today we're talking about maintaining what you've gained, So we look at all of the things that we have put together. We looked at how the clients are experiencing, hey Tia, they're experiencing those benefits because you have structured your class, right? You have decided, okay, this is going to be the onboarding. This is going to be what they get. This is going to be what they experience. This is what they're going to learn, right? This is the price for it. Remember, when you even look at pricing, right, you're looking at the fact that you're giving so much value in your offer that it actually costs more for the student not to partake in your class, or for the client not to partake in your service. For example, as trichologists, we know that time is follicles, right? So if we know that time is follicles, then we understand that the longer that the client waits to start to remedy the issue, whether they do it with you or someone else, is going to be a greater risk for them to have less active follicles, less hair, a worse situation on their scalp, right? So time is follicles. So for a client not to come in for your consultation, that may cost them $300 to get down to the root of what it is, right? It will cost them more than $300 if they don't come and do the consultation, because you have to look at the fact that now they have less hair. They're buying more products. They're buying more pills, drops, they're buying more wigs, they're buying more weaves. And then when they circle around to come back to you, guess what happens? Maybe by the time they come back to you, it's so severe that your price has gone up, right? Or they do the treatment plan, or they do the consultation, and then they have to get a greater treatment plan, which costs them more. So would it be the $300 or would it be the $4,500, right? And that's with you not even including what they spent externally outside of your office, and that's on the hair and the wigs and all, all the little stuff, right? So when we talk about how you're going to maintain all that you have gained, we look at how you built your Trichology offer, right? Hey, Monica, how you built that Trichology offer. You looked at the price. And I think one of the questions that we don't ask ourselves when we're creating Trichology offers is, how much do I want to be paid for this? Not so much saying, okay, well, such and such charge this much, right? Or whatever it is. It's like, okay, how much do I want to be paid? And if I want to be paid this amount, and I learned this from someone a little while ago, how much do I want to be paid? And can I create, if the client did this, right, would they receive 10 times that? Right? Could they 10x that? So, for example, I have my Bloodworks Masterclass on Monday, right? When you're done with the Bloodworks Masterclass, would you be able to earn 10x the amount that you invested? Absolutely. I did some calculations this morning because I wanted to make sure that I was on point. And so my class is $1,500. It's on Afterpay, by the way. It's $1,500, but you literally on the low end could make, if you were just passive and you only did one strategy that I give you, you would make $7,200 extra. But if you do the full strategy that I'm going to give in this class, you literally can make, you potentially can make $172,800. And I know you're like, girl, you smoking. I'm not. You literally can make an extra. This is on top of anything else you do. But if you use the strategy that I'm going to show you, you could potentially make an extra, right? $172,800 by implementing all that I'm going to show you in the Bloodworks Masterclass. And why is this? Because the way that you use it, you'll be better able to help the client, give clarity, break down everything that they need, and literally onboard them into your Trichology practice so that you are able to help them. And guess what? This is with 4 clients. Hey, Afro Swank. This is with 4 clients a month. This is 4 clients a month. 4 clients, an extra $172,800 if you take this Bloodworks Masterclass potentially. So yeah, the low end, low end, an extra $7,200 potentially. So when I talk about your pricing, when you start to price even your stuff in the salon, right? You look at the salon and you look at the services that you're giving. Like, are you still pricing too low? Right. And then secondly, you look at your structure. If you just like somebody comes in and then you just feel so, how are you? You just feel so desperate, right? Anything that you chase is going to run from you, right? So when you're building that Trichology offer and you are building your systems, or you're building the different things that you could do inside your clinic, right? Or inside your salon, right? You want to give such an experience that, first of all, it cannot be duplicated anywhere else, right? So for example, I created this Trichology plan template, right? I am the person that created it, right? I could charge cheap for it, but I'm the only one that created it. If you know that you're presenting a specific experience for a client, I'm not saying beat people in the head. I'm saying you already know. Listen, do you know how many trichologists I have had in my mentorship program who would send me full dissertations in my inbox about this? and this is gonna be their treatment plan, and this is how I'm gonna do this, and this is how I'm gonna do that. And I'm like, why are you writing? They're not going to read 7 pages of what you found and what this is and how this works. They're not going to do that. So I just broke down, okay, what are the most important things you need to know about the client? And I was like, this is what your treatment plan should consist of, because you need to know what you discovered, what's the name of the issues that you discovered. You need to know what is the goal, what's the overall thing, what are the objectives, what are the little things that's going to help you to get to the big goal, what's the severity of the hair loss, how long you're going to be with them, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 16 weeks. If there's an adjustment, you want to know what products they use and what you're going to offer instead. You need to know what treatment and procedures you're going to offer. And then you need to know what are the ailments, right? You want to know if it's inflammatory, if it's shedding, if it's breaking, if it's flaking, if it's drug induced, if it's hereditary, if it's scarring, if there are any abrasions on the scalp, if it's thinning. You want to know what medications they're on. You want to know or give them the information about what nutritional suggestions you're going to give them. And then you want to know what the follow-up is. So those are all the things that you're going to put in a treatment plan anyway. So why would you give them 7 pages when you could just give them the carbon copy of this? You got one in your office, they got one, and then you go on from there, right? So when you know that you are presenting a specific experience for the client, then you don't worry about pricing too low or pricing too high if you're giving the solutions that you need to give. So today we're just talking about maintaining what you've gained. How do you maintain those clients that you have gotten that saw you posting and said, you know what, I want to come in and I want you to be able to I want Monica to give me some of those treatments that she posted about, right? So put the treatments in and she's getting the experience. Okay, so then how do you maintain this client? What's next? What's next? Is there an offer that's next? When you're building your trichology offer, when you're building an offer to service clients with hair loss, or if you are going to teach fellow trichologists like myself, right? Then what I'm looking for is for what's next. Once you answer this question, what should I do next? And hopefully you have the answer to what's next. Hopefully I'll be able to get that what's next from you because we've already built a rapport, right? So what is next? One thing I want you to realize when you are creating your offers, especially as a trichologist, is that you said, when I fill that out, do I put my course of action on the form and give it to the client? You can give them an abbreviated abbreviated course of action. So when you get down to you'll be filling out the whole thing. Of course, you can put all the notes, but at the very bottom where it says notes / follow up, if you have any notes there, but it's pretty much going to tell you what to do because your course of action is going to be, okay, so say you're going to be with that client for 12 weeks, you mark off the 12 weeks, treatment and procedures, that's going to be your course of action. So what are you going to do? Okay, so for the first 2 weeks, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to say detox, and then I'm going to slash it, and then I'm going to say, whatever it is. So if I know that's inflammatory, then I'm going to make sure that they're under the LED light. If it's shedding, I'm going to make sure that I'm giving them this particular supplement. So it's all going to really be spelled out. So yeah, you can write your course of action. It doesn't have to be fully detailed, but just something for them to have. So you can definitely do that for them. And then that will definitely work, which is really good. Now I forgot what I was saying because I be running my mouth. But going back to maintaining what you have gained, right? Okay, yeah. So when the client or the student is finished with you, what is next? What have you created? You've built a rapport with them. So hopefully you're able to give them the answer. Okay, this is what I was going to say. When you're creating an offer as a trichologist, right? And that is either on the professional side or with you to the client, right? So that's B2B or B2C, right? You are essentially building an offer that is for you 5 years ago. Okay. Where were you 5 years ago? What things did you wish you knew 5 years ago? that would have helped you? What do you wish that you would have known when you first got out of trichology school? What do you wish you would have known when you first got out of beauty school? What do you wish you would have known when you first started taking clients? How could you have helped yourself now, you 5 years ago? So, me 5 years ago, wow, I was still trying to figure out a lot of things. But I think that, especially like with my Bloodworks masterclass, I wish I did know blood, because I had clients that came in and I was throwing the book at them. I literally had all the products. I had all the pills. I had all the drops. I had all the serums. I was making stuff. I was coming up with smoothies for the scalp, stuff for them to eat, and all that other stuff. And I just could not get a handle on why I wasn't getting the results that the box had promised, or that the bottle had promised, or that the person at the show had promised. Why was I not getting that? And what I didn't realize was that because because the client was deficient in certain minerals, and they were deficient in certain vitamins, that no matter what I did, because hair grows from the inside out, there was nothing that I could do. So there were clients that I took on that I shouldn't have. There were clients that I promised that I could help that I couldn't. And I didn't realize that because I didn't look at it scientifically, and I was not equipped scientifically to tell them yes or no that I would be able to help them or not. Right? Because what I learned was, when I was finished with school, I couldn't use that information out of the box. I couldn't use that information straight out of the book. Also because I happen to be a African American woman. And so a lot of people that come to me are also African American women. And I had to look at their our makeup. I had to look at how we eat. I had to look at different things that we do culturally. And all of those things make a difference, right? They make a difference because when I'm telling a client, oh, you can't do this and that with your hair, right? And this is a Black woman who has to go to corporate America and has to present her best self. She can't be looking any old kind of way, right? But then at the same time, I cannot allow her to wear certain types of styles that's going to make the issue worse. So how am I able to help this client to still thrive on the treatments and the treatment plans that I'm offering, but still look good and still operate with confidence, right? Because when you're looking at your trichology offers, especially as a trichologist, you have to look at the fact that when I say what's in it for the client, you're really selling the payoff. What's the payoff? The payoff is that when somebody works with you and you're their trichologist, they get their confidence back. They get that security in themselves back, their self-esteem. They're able to have more security in that they know that, okay, what I'm doing is going to work. It's not just, I was up late at night and I was scrolling on Instagram and they were selling these pills, and so I bought a whole bunch. I know so many women have come to me, two in particular, they didn't even know each other, married 10 years, and their husband had never seen their hair and their scalp. So offering them the security of being able to finally be comfortable in your own home, because what I'm offering you is going to help you to grow your hair back, give you your confidence back, where you're able to do the things that you need to do. All right. So once again, I'm just going to go over this. We did pricing, we did structure, we did what's included, right? How you're going to implement, so how you're going to execute everything, and then you're going to maintain. So you need a maintenance plan, whether you're doing a class. What is your maintenance plan? What's the next class? Is there an ebook? Is there a group I can join? Is there something I can do? Can I reach out to you? Can I send you a pigeon? right? And then if the clients are coming into your clinic, then it's like, okay, so is there a shampoo that I should get from you? Is there supplements? Is there something that I need to receive from you that's going to help me to maintain everything that I've gained since I was with you? Okay, now I did tell you that there was going to be an offer at the end of the week. It's the end of the week, child. But I've been talking about strategy sessions all week. So definitely, if you cannot do the class, you want to book your strategy session so that I can help you to pull your trichology business together. Next, definitely on Monday, there is the Bloodworks Masterclass. And finally, my mentorship is going up. My mentorship is going up because I literally have clients that have and are still calling me saying, Maisha, I made $10,000 this week. I made $15,000 this week. And I'm like, it's happening more and more and more. And I'm so excited for them. And I feel like I need to go up. So I'm going up. So when I, before, not before, but by May, not May, where am I? June 30th is the last day that group mentorship is going to be 5,500. That's it. That's it. It's too low. It's absolutely too low. I'm super excited about where I'm going, but I need to be a little more exclusive with it. So the price is definitely going up. And so we're doing that. Also, I wanted to say something else, but I did misplace it. So mentorship is about to go live. It is 12 weeks. You are going to get everything you need to build up your business. So if you're looking for structure, if you're looking for how to get more clients, if you're looking at how you're going to set up your sales funnels, how you're going to maintain those clients, how you're going to increase your revenue, how you're going to really establish yourself as an expert in this field, you want to connect with me. It is going to be absolutely amazing. Also, our membership is starting back up, and that's going to be crazy. And it is a business mentorship. So it's a trichology business mentorship. So maybe if you have learned all the trichology and you know everything to use and you know how to do all that other stuff, but you haven't really built your trichology business, I'm your girl. I am the trichology business strategist, and I cannot wait to work with you. So if you're interested, go ahead and inbox me. I will send you the application because I have to look over it first. It's just a simple application. Going to figure out what you need and to see if I'm a good fit for you and you're a good fit for me. So we'll end up interviewing each other so that we can get this together. So, and one thing, I was very disappointed when I finished trichology school because I thought that I would just be prepared. I thought that that was it, that once I finished the last chapter and I did clinicals, that I was going to be ready to get out there and do everything that I could do in trichology, but I was wrong. I got out and I ended up quitting trichology about 5 to 7 times. I ended up quitting. And that was because I was ill prepared. I didn't have a mentor in the program. And so if you are somebody that is in trichology school, about to go to trichology school, or you're out and you feel lost, right? If you're in trichology school, it's good to do my program because I'll have you ready before you get out there, right? And because you're already a licensed stylist, you can pretty much implement everything that I'm giving you. And I can answer any questions that you need. If you are about to finish, again, same thing. But if you're somebody that already spent all this money and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, I didn't think that I would be wasting this money, and now what am I going to do? Then you need a mentor, and I'm your girl. I can't wait to help you. Have a great day today. That's the end of our series for this week. Happy hair growing, and I'll talk to you guys soon.